Crime is one of the biggest problems in St. Louis, with citizens fearful of becoming the next victim. But now, some are becoming skeptical of one of the city's biggest anti-crime programs, costing taxpayers some $7 million. Why at least one city leader says taxpayers are not getting their money's worth. That is nice. You paid for it.
St. Louis officials say they had to do something about all the murders on the dangerous streets of St. Louis. Aldermen decided the police just weren't enough to fight the rising crime. So in 2019, they signed on with a program called Cure Violence that cost you $7 million. The idea is to send out interrupters to break up would-be violent encounters before they happen by talking to potential perpetrators. The program was supposed to take a meat axe to crime. I talked to 27th Ward Alderwoman Pam Boyd, who represents one of the city's most violent North Side wards that includes parts of Walnut Park East and West.
Do you think it's lived up to expectations?
No. No. I've been very vocal about Cure Violence. No. I just don't think it's lived up to what, I put it this way, what I looked at it to have.
Cure Violence was supposed to cut crime in half. Critics say it didn't. In 2019, there were 194 murders in St. Louis. In 2020, that shot up to 263. In 2021, it dropped to 200. The murders stayed at 200 last year. I reached the CEO of Cure Violence Global, Dr. Frederick Eccles, at his office in Chicago.
We talked to an alderwoman who says Cure Violence is not worth the money. How do you answer?
It all depends on how involved they are with the program. And so for individuals who are on the outskirts of the program, or individuals who have no idea what's happening in community, that can speculate.
You're not saying an alderwoman doesn't know what's going on in her North St. Louis high crime community, are you?
That is very possible.
There are several contracts associated with Cure Violence. So far, his slice of the pie is about $725,000 since 2019. He says crime has been down in the three areas that used Cure Violence between 2019 and 2021.
Do you know if you've decreased crime in those areas in 2022?
So that information will only be known when we have access to the police data.
When do you get that data?
Right now, we're waiting for our agreement to be executed. The previous agreement expired, so we're working with the city officials to execute a new agreement.
When it was originally passed, they were saying it was going to cut crime in half. That hasn't happened, has it?
No, it really hasn't. Now, in my community...
You don't think Cure Violence has been worth the money?
No, I really don't. No.
The Cure Violence CEO says he is confident the city will re-sign its agreement with his organization, and he's hoping St. Louis will expand into other areas, or he believes his approach will cut crime there too. Of course, I'll let you know what happens with this deal. After all, you paid for it.